Hello and welcome to Encrypted Inc. I'm your host Dan Encrypted, decrypting ASX and crypto for you. Shout outs to Perth Crypto Crew and Perth Crypto Group. If you want to know more about crypto, join both of these groups, plus the Crypto Crew Discord. Ask some of the members and they will be able to give you the link to access the Discord. Lots to learn and heaps of rooms available regarding a variety of topics, which is great, from technical analysis, fundamentals, the list goes on. All right, I want to say thank you to all the support that I have received regarding my channel. Thank you to the gentleman I spoke to this morning from St. Louis, USA. And it was just great to have a chat with you, and thank you for giving me the call. All right, let's get straight into it. This is your market update. We're going to talk about ASX and also the crypto market. I'm going to share with you some information about some articles that I've just recently read. Just my 2 cents, I guess, at the end of that. But first and foremost, let's look at the charts, because that's going to tell us what the market sentiment is like out there. So we'll start with the S&P ASX 200. Interesting day. It dipped. Look at there at about 8 o'clock in the morning. But it gradually kind of just went on an upward trend from there and actually closed 0.35% in the positive. The All Ordinaries, move my head, moved pretty much along the same sort of pattern, sort of opened up maybe a bit higher, then dropped down, but again closed 0.33% in the positive. All right, let's look at Ethereum on that. Yeah, great. Pretty much within that time frame, had quite a nice little bounce off this particular fib level there that I drew a long time ago. This was within the channel that we were entering. It dipped below that. It just went past my particular fib level and then has bounced back up. So that's great for Ethereum and also the crypto market as well. Right, so let's get into some news articles. So first, I want to actually just talk about something, which is the Cardano Summit in Perth. This is happening on Sunday, the 26th of September, from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. It is at, I've never been there, Space Cubed Basement. Sounds interesting. Would love to go. I have my kids on that particular day, so I won't be attending, but if you could get a chance to go there, meet some crypto-minded people, and I would have loved to have gone. They've got some interesting speakers here. So Unsigned Algorithms, Alex is the founder, or Alexander, I should say. Empower, Phil is the founder, and Emergo, which is Bahalat Malapur. I hope I said that right. He's the founder of that as well. So I just want to draw attention, because I've had a look at all of these three. I just want to draw your attention to one in particular that I quite like, and that's Empower. So for people that may not know maybe what the potential of crypto is, this may show it to you. So let's have a look. DeFi-enabled affordable housing in Africa. Okay, so the existing system just doesn't work. That's pretty clear if you, just have a look at what's happening in third world countries. Housing affordability, well, just actual access to housing is very hard to do. So what will decentralized financing impact on a particular third world country? Well, it potentially gives the people in a third world country access to a financial system that may help them potentially get out of a third world situation. And that's what Empower are trying to build. And look, I give them all my best well wishes to this group of people that are putting this together. I think it's great for what they are doing. So if you want to learn more about that, empower.io. Go check it out. Okay, let's get into some other news. Federal Reserve meeting, S&P impacts hinges on one thing, not the taper. Okay, so I've just got some highlighted points. I'll just go through the key for Wall Street. And the likely reason for a modest S&P relief rally will be the new batch of quarterly Fed economic projections. One projection matters above all else. Will the Fed signal a rate hike in 2022 or not? Okay, so that's the big question, and that's, I guess, as an investor, you always want to pay attention to is just news articles and obviously what's actually happening at the end of the Federal Reserve meeting, which I believe is probably still going on. Let's have a look here. The keys for Wall Street, the likely reason for the new batch. Have I just said that? Yes, I have. So I'll go to the next one. The Federal Reserve average inflation targeting framework adopted last year ruled out proactive hikes to stem an inflation overshoot. So anyone who switches from no hikes to a hike in 2022 will have to upgrade their labour market force, which will see no justification at this juncture, is what Maroska wrote. Okay, I'm just going to go to another highlighted point. The Fed is buying 103 million assets per month. That includes 80 billion worth of treasuries and 40 billion of government-backed mortgage securities. The Fed has signaled that it will gradually scale down those purchases. Okay, key, eventually ending them at some point in 2022. We may get more details about the plan in the Fed minutes meeting that will be published on October 13th, so crucial date there to look at. If you're not at Powell's news conference at 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Okay, let's get into another article just quickly. So what's this one? Federal Reserve decision on housing data, what we need to know this week. So why am I bringing this article up? Because housing is important as well in obviously a Federal Reserve's decision. So let's have a look. Investors may face the Federal Reserve September monetary policy meeting, which will set the stage for a more debate around the timing of tapering and the outlook of the economy. The other economic data out this week will focus on the housing sector. I'm going to bring up another bit. COVID caution and jobs data miss means the Federal Reserve will leave policy on hold next week, but with inflation staying elevated and the growth outlook remaining good, we expect a more explicit acknowledgement that QE tapering will start this year. James Knightley, Chief International Economist for ING, said that note on Friday. Okay, let's have a look at some more on this article. I'm not going to go through all of it, just the important bits. At least it relates to a near-term policy. Most economists are not expecting a formal announcement of tapering at the September meeting, especially after the weaker than expected payrolls printout in the Labor Department's August jobs report suggested the labour market was only slowly trudging back to pre-pandemic conditions. Okay, that to me seems important. Given the soft jobs that we're getting one or two more extra job reports. This is going to give them that much more confident that they are in the right position. And that's the reason why we favour the December meeting. As for the timing for the taper. Announcement, Seth Carpenter, Global Chief Economist at Morgan Stanley. A slew of new housing market data is due for release this week. Most of the reports are expected to point to a deacceleration of the housing sector activity, reflecting weakness due to both ongoing supply chain shortages and rising home prices. We're expecting home sales to slow down to 5.80 million in August from 5.99 million previously. Bank of America's Michelle Mayer wrote in a note on Friday, July's pickup in home sales was likely to support by an improvement in supply as month supply was still able to increase to 2.6%. However, demand continued to outpace supply, pushing prices to another all-time high. The housing market may have cooled compared to earlier this year, but it still remains competitive. Okay, that's that article. Next, this one here, Federal Reserve FOMC meeting this week preview. Just highlight a few points here. While the August Non-farm payrolls miss saw Westpac push down the timing of the taper announcement from September to December to allow momentum and risks to be further assessed. We continue to expect the process to run from January to June 2022. Okay, both stages of the policy outlook should be on display at the September meeting with robust growth expectations to be confirmed and inflation seen at target, while the narrative will cover the risks, opportunities for the economy should be focused. Okay, I'm just going to give my 2 cents on all these articles. The very first thing I'm going to say right now to everyone out there is it is not panic stations, okay? It is not. What we've seen with what happened in China with Evergrande is unfortunate, yes, okay? But keep in mind that this is a development company. This is not a bank that has decided that we're on the brink of collapse like the global financial crisis. That being said, and in my belief, it is not panic stations, okay? Secondly, I just want to talk about the articles that we have that I've brought up here and just give you my 2 cents of it. Okay, so what have we seen with the economy? Okay, there's been a lot of, I guess, what you would call government handouts over the COVID period, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's what needs to be done during a pandemic that we're in right now. So basically, what we're trying to do over time is reduce the amount of cases within the pandemic, because then they can reduce the need for governments to print more money to support the economy, right? So that's what we're heading towards. Now, what else is going to happen, and obviously, is that in doing so and in tapering the economy, we're most likely going to see some sort of rate increase at some point in time. When that time will be, I don't know. But the tapering, keep in mind, this is tapering, right? So this is not sudden. This is not just going to happen and, you know, your life is going to be like completely different, like as in, you know, all hell's going to break loose. It's not. So I'm here to tell you, do not panic. We are not at panic stations. Okay. What else have I got to talk about? I'm wearing my Ferrari shirt, of course, because it's the Russian Grand Prix, 24th to 26th of September, which is this weekend. So go Ferrari, go Dan Ricciardo. Watch that. You can get it on KO if you have KO. Also, very lastly, I have 28 subscribers, so thank you to all that have subscribed. And I'll be also doing a giveaway of one of these. Yep, it's my very own Encrypted ink shirt with some information at the back and obviously support from Perth Crypto Group and Perth Crypto Crew. Thank you guys for your support. I'll be giving away one of those to one of my subscribers when I hit 50 subscribers. So if you like the content, guys, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also with when you subscribe, I'm not sure what your YouTube settings are, but I can't see everyone that's subscribed onto my channel. But if you want to have a chance to win the shirt, please change that setting within YouTube if you are subscribed. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. You can follow me on Facebook at Dan Encrypted. You can follow me on Twitter at Dan the Encrypted Man. You can follow me on Instagram at Dan Encrypted. This is my YouTube channel, Encrypted Inc. Thank you for tuning in, guys. God bless, and I'll see you again very shortly.